Hey, I think we're up and running here. I just need one moment before we get started. Okay, sorry about the wait there, but we are all set. Maybe. There we go. Okay, so if you recall from last week, we were doing an Ocarina of Time randomizer with a bunch of fun settings. So we got. How far did we get here last time? I guess it's kind of hard to judge with something like this, but we got quite a few areas. I kind of nixed doing the tracker for the stream because it's a lot of work and I miss stuff either way. So it's just going to confuse people. But if you do recall from last time, we're dead. And that means we need to reset the file. Oops. Was not the one to hit yes on. Hello, Kitty. Welcome to the stream. So this is why we were taking so many notes during the first stream. Because now I need to remember where all the equipment I found was. And let's go with attempt number 2. Yes, the wonderful death loop. Alright. Yep, so I remember that we started here. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to go to cat grass. Okay. It looks like we found, what, 4 dungeons? No, 5. Deku, Forest, Water, Spirit, and Bottom of the Well. So we've got all those locations written down. I wonder... No. Okay, boomerang. Should also be a bomb chew bag. I think that's over at the graveyard grass. Yep. Deku shield in the graveyard. Must be in here. Did I not have that written down? That's kind of important. Fire key ring. Graveyard grass. I know it's nighttime, but like the screen feels very dark. Maybe that's just because of my background. I don't know. Okay, yeah, so that's Deku Tree. And did we find anything useful in Deku? Strength and a quiver in the basement. Trying to think of what enemies were here. Because I definitely don't just want to jump right in. It might be fine. I hear a bubble. Berry. Or Beery, I guess. Okay. Where is... Oh, over there. I guess I shouldn't have to worry about anything going up there. Oh, maybe the Deku Shield was the bean check. Wait, I'm dead, aren't I? Nope. Okay. Nice. Oh boy. Now I'm all paranoid. Alright, and why did I have... It must be over here. I had it written down Deku Basement, so... Yep. There they were. Yes. Yeah, there's nothing else I can do in here. 1 life for 1 rupee, yep. Alright, so strength and bow definitely help. Now, I guess next, we'll check those other couple graveyard things. And then we'll go Hyrule Field. We can get Hammer there. As well as a couple other things. Yep, this is where the shield was. I want to say this other one was Deku Theater. Incorrect. Maybe it was Dampé's grave then. It was very poorly timed. Okay, this was Deku Theater. Wait. I guess that would have to guarantee... Well, no, not in a no-logic randomizer. I guess I'm glad that there's nothing needed in there. I want to say this was just a rupee in here. Yep. There's no crate there, is it? Yes, there is. I do still want to at least get 20 tokens. I forget what 10 was, but 20 was another heart container. And hammer should be up in this one here. Oh yeah, this is still the Halloween seed. Okay. What else was worth it in Hyrule Field? Kokiri Sword, Magic, and a heart container. don't really have written down specifically where everything is. I'm pretty sure the magic is back at the Lost Woods patch over there. Okay, right, we can't do this. I have to get light arrows over by the Lake Hylia grass. Oh, I'm stupid. Completely forgetting where I'm going. There we go. What's your favorite area in terms of aesthetics for Ocarina of Time? That's a good question. Just in terms of aesthetics, probably the adult ice areas. That and the desert. Desert and Spirit Temple and stuff was so cool to me as a kid. And like I usually wasn't without help, I wasn't smart enough to get that far on my own, so it was always like this mythical place for me. Let's see. Guess I should just go straight this way. What? Yeah, I guess do the Lake Hylia stuff first, since I'm going to go in a line this way and then go to the forest. You know I get an ocarina in the forest. I think Zora Tunic too. Favorites are Lake Hylia and Jabu's Pond as adult. Yeah, I could totally see that. I'm a sucker for any kind of like icy aesthetics. Alright, so this grass patch has an ice trap. I don't know what the item is. I just remember that there's an ice trap here. So if we see anything that looks like... Oh, it was a rupee. That's dirty. I forgot I had it set to items could be anything. Fake items can be anything. All right, we're off to a good start here. And this is the thing, I know where these things are. And I'm doing worse than the first seed. Alright, so there shouldn't be anything else then in this. Though that's why I want to keep checking. Because the Skulltulas are definitely worth it. I think there was one more item in here. The fairy. Oh, beans. No grass over here. Let's see, so Water Temple's that grotto. I don't believe there's anything. Yeah, there's nothing in those grass patches next to the tree. So we're pretty set here. I believe I remember that being a rupee up there. You're telling me that didn't count? Oh, that's right. This was the seed where I found like every fairy fountain right at the beginning. Nada, nada, nada. I have my money back. What kind of math is that? That's not half. It was a third. Oh. Is this? Yep, this is the one where I almost died. There's a sword. Heart. And what was that? Bottom of the well keyring. I don't think I had that noted. Hyrule grass. The magic will be up here. I ended up finding all three of the magic drops. And I don't recall where one of them was, but I guess that doesn't really matter too much. As long as I have magic in general, that should be fine. There we go. Did I ever check Zora's River stuff as adult? I don't know if I did. Suppose I might as well. Red potion bottle. Oh, there's the other magic. Okay. Oh, it's a stinger. I was like, wait, what was that sound? I don't think there's much of anything for me to check up there. You can go away, please. Whoa, did you see that? Whoa, where are you? It like half disappeared. It's literally nothing up there. Whoops. What is that? Oh, it's an Anubis. Might as well check the grass piece. Yeah. Okay. You know what? There's not a here. So we're not going to worry about it. Let's get over to the forest and make some more progress here. Fish in the grass. Yeah. In their natural habitat. And this is a bit early for my brainwaves to have to compensate this hard. Might need a cup of coffee. All right, start with Ocarina check. Right, all the freaking lag from the flare dancer. Nada. Let's see. Forget, did I have... I think I had Stone of Agony. Yeah, maybe I do have Stone of Agony showing. God, I can't talk. Stone of Agony changing the textures for the chests and stuff. Ocarina should be right here. We've got a good starting set for now. Zora Tunic should be in the grass over here. Old Skull. There's Zora Tunic. What else? forget if there was anything up on that. Yeah, the other bottle. Yeah, it really doesn't take much to figure out why they kept flare dancers to just such small rooms. I'm running at like a good 15 frames a second here. Perfect music for a house. Yes. Oh, I remember dying to you. And wasn't there a re-dead over? Yep. What else? Okay. Oh, pea hat. I thought that was one of those spiders. Literally nothing. The best item. It's so good that I'll take 2 of them. The one thing I do want to do, that way I don't have to come back here. Oh, that was way too close. Only one in these, right? Yep. There's no way I should have survived that. That's the wrong button. It's the right button, it's the wrong item. This already might be a reset. Hey there, Big Munch. Alright, let's not make the same mistake here. And it's hilarious because this is going much worse than the first run. That was completely blind. How long does it take for Wallmaster to respawn? Well, nowhere near long enough. Okay, there wouldn't be anything over there. I don't think any of the hidden grass is there as adult. Nope. Mr. Mido. Oh yeah, and if nobody saw, since we're still in the Halloween seed. I know there's a water temple key. If I go out to Death Mountain. But if I go out to Death Mountain, I will literally have, what, 8 seconds on the clock? I think I'm good. I don't think I had anything written down for Goron City, so maybe there's just nothing that I've found here. Guess not. Skull. Guess we can go see what the pot is in here. Just money. Okay, think. Guess, do we just want to go child now? I think that's about what I did. See here. Yeah, it looks like that's about what I did last time. So let's shoot on over to Temple of Time. Forget what Anju as adult was. Oh my god, I did the same exact thing last time. I don't know if I did adult shooting gallery. Money. Oh, I was just seeing this on ZFG's video last night. It said, sorry, it's Cuckoo Lady, not Anju. So, I'll also, that's right, the giant pot room for adult has an ice trap. And Big Po guy didn't have anything for me either. So let's see if we can get through. Somehow, some way. Alright, maybe we'll get a little bit luckier here. So I should be alright for the moment because I should be getting at least one more heart container real quick. Is it in the grass here? Oh, right. I actually have to equip my sword. We'll wait on the shield. Hylian Loach. There's a heart. Wouldn't that just be rude if that was a friggin' ice trap that just ended the run? Okay, child shooting. I just did this 2 seconds ago, and it wasn't in order. So that means I should be perfectly fine on this one, right? Right? Yeah, we Gucci. We Gucci. Wasn't there also something that I wanted in Bomb Chew Bowling? I feel like there was. Yeah, I feel like I just don't have it notated. Maybe not. That's not gonna work. You know, not quite. That'll work as long as I don't get hit. Come on. Just nope, we're gonna stay right in the path. Right in the path. Alright. Well, I absolutely hate this minigame. Oh, we're not doing it. I don't think there was anything too important in there. Maybe there was. Maybe there was a key or something. You know what? That's what VODs are for, right? Let's see, none of this is worthwhile until it's nighttime. Nada. Yeah, it should just be pot room now, and then Epona check. Wow. The game really isn't liking the pumpkin models. That's where another one of the magics was. Hover boots. I think there was at least one other good thing in here. Yeah, lens. There we go. The pumpkin pots are so cute, though. Yeah, they are. You gotta appreciate the work that was put in. Okay, yeah, it's just the song check here. There's an ice trap in there. I say it's just the song check, and here I am going out of my way to check other stuff. And there is always a chance that I missed something and just didn't write it down. Serenade's good. Alright, so I want to go to CAC. All roads lead back to CAC. Where did I find scale? I didn't have scale marked down. Well, that's fun. Guess I can equip Boomerang. You know, I'm starting to think now. I don't remember where I put, like, the Ganon boss key and stuff. I might want to check my settings on that. Okay, that's giving ammo, so that counts as the same grass as adult. The cow witch cuckoos. Got a quiver. Means we should already be at max quiver then, because there is another quiver in that pot right over there. Another fish. I didn't check the... I forget what the grotto here was. Must... If I can't remember, it must not have been too important, right? Right? We'll hope so. Where is the beehive? Oh. Nada. Yep, biggest quiver. Okay, then I just gotta do the nighttime stuff. Looks like only thing that should be there is a heart container with the one skull. That should be this guy right here. A Legends Tojo for Pokemon? I could see that. That could be pretty cool. And you remind me, good sir, that I need to go get my masks. Let's see, there's one for 20 skulls, but we don't have 20 skulls yet. We're close. DC entrance to the GTG ring. That's right. We've got a pea hat here. Boy, I'm glad I did this at night. There it is. And I might as well just grab bugs while I'm here. Whoa, 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 whoa! I wasn't watching. You're supposed to catch bugs again. Not just miss the bugs. Oh boy. So... I guess just save warp. Oh, that's very, very disappointing. We're about to lose this whole first hour and not even get any information. Challenge is crazy. Yeah, there's definitely ways to make it crazier, but didn't want to go too overboard. I don't believe I remember anything in here. Nope. Just go check this house here just in case. Nope. Shouldn't have been anything to do there. So let's do this. Cool. We got running shoes. I guess forest needs to be next on the list. I'm pretty sure I got scale last time from somewhere, and I just don't remember where now. Oh, that's what I hear. I'm like, what is that sound? Alright, so I don't... Okay, Kokiri Childgrass, Wallet, and Fire Arrow. wallet. Fire arrow. Nothing? I don't think I checked the house. Not that there's anything other than one pot here. What else was I... Oh. Where do I find bugs? I guess just up in Lost Woods. And I know one of these scrubs has a thief key ring. Definitely going to be much more mindful when this goes to next seed. It's like, I mean, the one thing I couldn't have anticipated for was the one rupee being the ice trap. There was nothing I could have done on that. Bug's going kind of crazy. Okay. So it looks like we should have the keyring in one of these. There we go. And what was down here again? Money, money, money. Alright, I know this grotto that's right here is bottom of the well. There should be a tunic right in one of these. There it is. I hear a knuckle. That's right, he's coming from the top steps. That was much more ridiculously close than it should have been. Oh god. I have no right to be making that out. Making it out of there alive. Minuet. Here we go. Save warping might be safer. True. Where am I heading? Oh, look. Silver scale. Lost Woods bean. Oh my goodness. Enunciate. Lost Woods bean patch bugs. Okay. That means it's gotta be this one. And I will not look away from the screen this time and unnecessarily lose a heart. There it is. Okay. Got that, got that. Guess it's over to the lake. Oh wait, I need the fishing rod. Where was... I gotta have it marked here somewhere. Because I thought I saw both of them already. Uh-oh. If I did, it's not marked. All right, that's lovely. Think about what we're doing now. 20. I guess we start checking Death Mountain again. Oh wait, I did want Lake Hylia again anyway. There's another strength. That's fine, I can just save warp. They send anything out? I don't see anything. I think we're alright. Some bomb chew? It just looks like money after that. Then there's the strength in here. Now I'm really wondering where I found those fishing rods at. And these are all the same, right? Yeah. Though we'll definitely take some more bomb ammo. You're coming up all the way from over there. Okay. I still can't believe I missed the bugs, wasn't watching, and then died from the Skulltula earlier. Alright, got some more bomb ammo for me? A little bit. Then just insta-save warp out. What are Skulltula House rewards? The only one that I remember being good was 20 for a heart piece. I think there's a shadow key ring maybe as well. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, let's go back to adult. Try doing some new stuff. Well, I guess not new quite yet. Still don't know what Epona's song would be. It's the second one for good measure. Alright, now... This should be nothing. There should also be nothing in the Goron shop. Correct. Oh wait, there's blue fire there. I can't buy it. Bombed him and robbed him. Yep. That's what we do around here. Hey there, fish. Good to have you. Water Temple keyring. And then there should be a mirror shield in the grotto. Are fairy fountains mixed in? No, they're not. Alright, yep. I know there's a mirror shield in here. There it is. Oh god. Just making sure that didn't blow up in the water. Because if you stand at the right spot on that tunnel, or yeah, tunnel. If you stand at the right spot in this puddle and drop a bomb chew, it instantly explodes. Found that out the hard way. So bow actually does not work on beehives. Hookshot does, but we need hookshot for that. Yeah, look. It's the one item you think would, but it doesn't. Now, how did we get... Oh, yeah, of course. That's how we got over here. Hover boots. Vanilla Bolero. Money, money. I remember dying to that pea hat. A loach. Alright, nothing too crazy. Bow and Beehive was an MM thing, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one of the ones where you're like, why doesn't that work? Like, I guess I could understand Slingshot not working, but Bow definitely should. Now, honestly, if you ask me, Slingshot should knock him down too. Fairy in Gloom mode. Wow, this is useless. Yep. Yep. Feel like I've checked these things already. Last stream. Fairy Fountain. Okay. Alright, where do we go from here? It's kind of the problem is I think it needs to be back to bottom of the well. I think it's gotta be. Grudo Valley Ledge leads to forest. What other grottos can I check? I feel like I shouldn't be missing this many. Also, well, Song of Storms. You know, the song that's playing right now. So save and quit? I'd like to know where I found those fishing rods. I just realized that isn't going to take me very far. It just warps me back to Goron City. I think if I do another round of this at some point, I think I'll give myself Prelude to start. Oh wait, there is a grotto up here, and there's a chest here. Love it. I don't know if I went in this one last time. Fire Temple. No, I didn't. DMT Grotto. Can I do much anything? I mean, I guess I can. What's the other enemy? A redid. Wait for you to do your thing. I was about to be very disappointed if that didn't work. Thick capacity. We got a lunker. I do have every key here. I've got bow. I've got hammer. I actually might be able to do quite a bit. Path behind entrance staircase only requires hammer. Okay. Yeah, I don't know about going in that room right now. It's a lot of risk and not a lot of reward. Uh-huh. It's gotta be one of these. Is it this one that shoots up? Yep. Can I get off this without fall damage? It looks like I can. Yeah. Yeah, they're just being considerate and waiting until you leave the room. Like, it's okay. I'll wait for permission to leave, but I don't need it. Oh, why did I do that? Okay. Guess I just wanna go over here. Go this way. That works. I did see that ice keys. Skull Kid. Okay. Not gonna get jumped by something, right? What is that? You know what? I don't know, and I don't care to know. A big old nada. Yeah, I guess we just keep going forward for now. Make sure I'm not going to get aerial struck. It just looks like money. There we go. That's the 200 IQ strat. Oh. Yep. We're just gonna nope right out of that one. You know, I've never had to do this with a bomb chew. Let's see how much we have to line up. Okay. This last one here. Because it should just... Because the bomb chews should automatically detonate. Should automatically detonate when they hit the thing. But okay. We'll be different for this one. Why you gotta be difficult? If on the higher ledge, wait for 5 pulse. Okay. Alright, the favorite room. Everybody loves this room, right? Blue fire arrows. That is good. That gets me some checks. Boulders. Yeah. The boulder dash room. Yep, and that's exactly one of the reasons why I'm thinking that's useful. I mean, it's not like I don't have any kind of explosives for like the bombable walls, but that can help. And then there's, since we have Boulder Rando on, there's at least one grotto that I know of that needs blue fire. Those aren't hover boots. Those are hover boots. There we go. Yep, and Volvagia takes the damage. Alright, what can we find in here? No wall masters. That's a good start. A heart, and what's the other one? A heart. What's over here? Bugs in a bottle? Bugs in a bottle. Love the animation of Bongo breaking the ice off his hands. Yeah, that's definitely a cool one. I guess the shortcut's pretty safe if that's just a spider. What's the enemy here? Aha. No, I'm not releasing you. You're perfectly capable of going on your own. Another token. That's right, we never went back to Kakariko for that other heart. But good to know it's there. I'm like really perplexing myself over where I put those fishing rods though, or where I found them last time. Okay, this room could be really rough. Another freebie. Blech. What about the case that was over here? I couldn't move, dude. That just looked like I just stood there and took it. Alright, well, we are not going back up to Fire Temple. Looks like there's nothing important at the top, right? We don't need to go back and waste our times with all that. At least we got an insurance policy down here. Alright, so what did we really get? Just the bottle and... Yeah, just the bottle and the ice arrows. So let's see. Ice arrows. That was in the maze. Yep. Fire Temple, GS, maze. And then bug bottle. Firewall room. Okay. What was 10? 10 was just another token. So I don't recall if it was this or another randomizer that had... Oh. 30 blue rupee. Okay, that's right. And 40 and 50 are not in the pool. Where would that fishing rod be? Because I'm missing another thing from that. Did I even check these shops? I don't know that I did. Nada. How much that Hugo? 15. It's worth keeping in mind. Grotto by the entrance tree. That does remind me. Which grotto was the one that's normally here? Because that had an Anubis. How many icy surprises? I think we found 3? I want to say. Let's take a look. 1. Lake Hylia grass. Lon Potts' child. I guess just those. Don't worry, that means that there's quite a few others. I think there's 10 total in the seed. Alright, I think next thing I want to do is warp with Minuet. Song of Storms. So this one check right here has made this playthrough worth it. Like, if I die right after this and have to reset the whole run again, at least we know where Song of Storms is. That's like, what, at least 5 separate grottos? At least. Minuet check. And then we can check one of them right now. Yeah, I did the black hearts since, you know, since I'm dropping in one hit no matter what, the hearts really don't matter. Skull. Nada. I severely incorrectly estimated that one. Wow, okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bruh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knowledge is power after all. Yep. Knowledge is going to be what gets us through. 2, 3, 4, 5. Gold scale. Okay. Sacred Forest Meadow. Storms Grotto. Hive. Trying to think of ways to write this down that the next run when I'm looking through them, I'm not like, what the hell is that? I forget. Fairy Fountain? Fairy Fountain. Actually, yeah, we'll do it for the knowledge. Knowledge is power. Yes, good old Churg. I can hear him back there. Wait, that takes me out this way? That's not what you were supposed to do. Hello. Alright, I don't know the, oh, why don't I just warp? Just want to check the skull. Hey now, that definitely hit you. You had iframes. Okay, what do you have? Nada. And we can check this one too. Well, that makes that a bit of a pain. Come on over. Anubis. Anubis! Whoa, whoa, whoa. You need to chill. What happened to the Anubis? There we go. He dropped on the slope and you barely missed him. Oh, okay. Vanilla. All that for Bloopy. Yeah, that's usually how it works. I believe I remember checking this last time, but... Okay. Right. That's fine. I'll go around. Then, you know, you really don't block much when I can come from either direction. GTG. Lost Woods. Grotto. Near Goron City. And mark that it's red eye. Okay. We're getting somewhere. I think this is a good time for me to go take that 5-minute break, grab that coffee. Yep, it's gonna be looting time. This is one of the things that I really like. Dumb question, can ice traps be shuffled into shop inventories? Yes. Also, didn't even, only just noticed you commenting now, some guy, yes. Good to see you again. So if there's ice traps in the shops, they're gonna be misspelled. Or they'll be called something slightly different. I'm trying to think of an example off the top of my head. Like if there's a bomb bag in the shop and it says boom bag, BOOM, then that's not the right name, it's an ice trap. Yeah, so I think we should be good here for the moment. Take a quick couple-minute break and be right back. Then we can get started on this. And as you said, some guy, it can be looting time then. With Oko, that would be super cheap. Exactly. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Kitty. I'm planning on going for a little bit longer here, maybe for about an hour. That was a fish, though. Oh, bass key. Oh no, not bass key, bass koi. Oh, yes, it was fish that said that. Okay, yeah, my rando brain rot. I'll be right back. We are back. Without coffee. Have to brew more. I'm not really a big coffee drinker in any sense. Just the past couple days I've been like, you know what? I want coffee. Hi back, I'm Fish. Well, welcome to the stream, Fish. It's a whole new stream now. This is not CK, this is back. Alright, the loot room. Nah, I'll go the other direction first. I know there's that one in that previous door. You just climb up the grate. I'll grab that on the way out. Yeah, I don't really see people talk about this enough, but I think this is a really cool dungeon design. And it's nothing crazy or groundbreaking. To just have the whole dungeon all about getting the keys. A bomb bag. Well, gotta write that down. I think I got a different bomb bag somewhere else. Didn't I? Well, it would have been marked here. So no. No, it's just the one. There's one in the grotto, but that needs gold scale, which I now have. Yeah, we're not looking for ukuleles or banjos. We need them loots. We're on that medieval. We're on the medieval vibes today. Let's see. Bomb bag. GTG center chest. Imagine Song of Storms on harp. That could actually be pretty cool. I guarantee you there's probably a cover or two of it on YouTube. Or the Glockenspiel. What would... I guess a lot of those bloopies have to be legit bloopies or they're slingshot ammo. They pretty much have everything else that would turn into blue rupees if you don't have it. A lot of blue rupees. Is that a heart? Yep. Alright, so I don't have hook shot, so I won't be going up there. What is that? Oh, it's a baba. Yeah, that would not... A bloopy would not be the item that I would want to turn into. No, not at all. And just about anything else you could choose would be better. What are the other enemies? Okay. Can't do anything in here then. So I guess that's the extent of what I can check. Okay, so our inventory isn't looking really that bad, but missing slingshot and missing... it's a little strange. Anyway, yeah, missing hookshot and slingshot are... That's just a really weird combo. Because there's, what, 4 slingshot bags and 3 hookshots, since it's plentiful items. I feel like we have to just go bottom of the well then. Is there anything else that fire helps me with? Blue fire arrows helps for Ice Cavern, but I don't know where Ice Cavern is. I don't have Lullaby, so I can't get into Zora's River. We should focus on Song of Storms grottos. Turns him into money and then spends him. Yeah. What a horrible fate. Oh no. So I'm supposed to be going with my brother to the casino today as part of another thing for my birthday. And it looks like, yep. Wow. Looks like he just hit something pretty decent. Final treasure of Ice Caverns of Recovery Heart. Well, that hint doesn't really mean much because we still need to go all the way through Ice Cavern. What other Song of Storms grottos? There's the one right outside Death Mountain. There's the one as Child. That'll probably be one of the first things I do when I go to Child. Nice. Yeah, I definitely like the slot machines. I do like the video poker as well. You know, the psychological tricks they use, right? Yep. Oh, and that's... You just gotta play the mind games back. Oh, I forgot about all those. I think I got a hint for this being junk. Yeah. Colossus left hand is junk. No hive in here. Okay. Is cow sanity enabled? I believe it is, yes. Why am I drawing a blank on the other Storm's Grottos? The other one's Gerudo Valley. Where's the other one? Zora's River. And at Zora's River might have... Or did I get the spirit? I think I got the spirit keyring last time, so it wouldn't be in the Storm's Grotto. Tell you what I'd really like to find right now is Prelude. If all else fails, then we'll go back to Child. We'll check a couple things and then try for Bottom of the Well again. Have I ever considered the bonks cause damage with Gloom mode? Yes, I have. And I thought about it and I said, you know what? I'm not looking to do that much damage to my psyche today. Because I have done that before, and it's an interesting setting. There's some very random spots where you wouldn't think that it comes into play. But opening up crates is a big one. My first time I did Punk's kill, yeah, I completely forgot about crates and just rolled right into one and died. I guess I can check that bush of grass that's up on the ledge, too. Ganon's Castle keyring. Zora's River, Storm's Grotto. Yeah, the bonks can really play some mind games on you if you have that setting on. And it was Rupee. Oh no. Oh no. Go, go, go! Sniped. Uh-oh. Yeah, that was just really dumb move on my part. That's a way to go, eh? Yep. It sure is. That's okay. You should have seen how the last the last attempt for this seed ended. I was in bottom of the well, and one of the bottom of the well enemies is the wall master. And it's not that I forgot about the wall master, like ZFG has done on many occasions. It's that... Hold on. See, you're not fully disappearing. Okay, there we go. Yeah, the last time we did the stream for this, it ended with me not forgetting about the wall master. I just went, I thought I was good, and then I rolled back into the spot where it was gonna drop. So yeah, that's how that one ended. Okay. That doesn't work. Okay. You're literally saying what I was thinking. I was waiting for one of those to be an ice trap. Bit of a delayed spawn on those. Alright, so this one has the GTG keyring. Or, not GTG, Spirit Temple. No, that was the wrong button. Well, talking about a way to go. Myself, I'd be looking for a white van. Well, that's a way to go. It's honestly not really worth starting up another yet. I think should probably just take the info here and shelve it for tomorrow. So it'll take a second to sit here and chat. So, in other news, I'm about 9.5 minutes through for a new video. I did mention this in one of the other streams, but it'll be a video covering differences between the Japanese and international releases of Stadium. So that should be an interesting one. Basically on the last sections of that now. So I'll probably be trying to get that out here tomorrow. We'll see about doing another live stream as well. I'll have to see exactly when I work tomorrow, because with, part-time random hours, I'm just taking it day by day now. I didn't even really bother to look until the day before. Yeah, so got some streaming plans. Definitely coming up as long as this keeps happening, because we got to get through the seed, or we at least need confirmation that it's impossible, because that's also a thing with no logic. But yeah, so definitely another stream here within the next day or two to pick this back up. And at least we'll have it's not going to be a week in between, so it'll be quicker to pick back up. And yeah, hopefully we'll have a lot of this. Where I can't believe I hit the bomb chew button. I hit the bomb chew button, scrambled, set down the bomb chew, which forced the camera. Then I had to back out, and by then it was already like the nut was already coming for me. So yeah, very tragic, but that's how this goes with Gloom Mode Oko. So yeah, thanks for stopping by here, everybody. This was a fun little 2.5 hour stream. I wanted it to be longer, but I gotta get my way over to the casino and start getting mauled that way instead of on Ocarina of Time gambling. Don't lose your shirt and bring a watch. Yeah, my brother is a very frequent casino goer. Usually go to him with him to Atlantic City every now and then. So yeah, we uh we know the dealio over there. Going mainly for birthday drinks and some food. Final Fantasy Advance has a hack that sorry, Final Fantasy Tactics Advance has a hack that lets you get monsters in your party. That would be interesting. You know, I forget what it was called. I think in Final Fantasy 11, the online one, it was considered blue magic, where you copy enemy attacks. That would be pretty interesting. It's is one of the what's the last Final Fantasy I was playing? I was running through 12 a bit, trying to oh yeah, I guess we don't need that going anymore. I was going back and playing 12, but 12 is a bit of a love-hate relationship with me because I'm that kind of guy where like I want to do as many things in the game as I can, at least as close to 100% as I can. And 12 is a very, very long game, especially if you're going for a lot of the like trophy items, like the best dagger in the game. By the time you get it, it's not really worth it, but you want to have all the best items. So, going and chaining enemies for what I think that took me 2 weeks just for the absurd drop chance just to get one. And then I got it and I was like, oh, it's crap. I'm not even going to use it. 8's junction system was a nice idea, not the best execution though. Yeah, the only ones that I've been able to really play through and finish are 1, 6, 12, and most recently 4. 4 was the most recent one that I beat. Because I kind of started playing 4 and then I never really went through with it, so I restarted a file maybe about a year ago, and then I went and played through it. I'm trying to think of how far through 12 I was. It was right before the Great Crystal. So I think I was getting to like level 50. I think my team was level 50. So we'll say about halfway through. But yeah, I think that's enough of me blabbing for now. I will definitely catch you guys sometime soon. Like I said, should be a new video upload within a day or so, and then more streaming as well. Two has the dubious honor, and one of the best grind spots being the beginning of the game. Okay. Do you mean I hate that you have to ask this with Final Fantasy. Do you mean actual Final Fantasy 2 or do you mean SNES 2, which was 4? Cuz I know for 4 I grinded quite a bit in I think Mist Cave. Actual 2. Okay, okay. Yeah, I've heard and read plenty on all of the Final Fantasies, just haven't really touched much of them. Like 7 was one that I picked up and then I just like it wasn't grabbing me, and like I really need RPGs to grab me and keep my interest because there's just such like they're inherently grindy games to a fault. So, 7, I never really got through. I don't think I really made it out of, like, the starting area. 2, I've never tried. 3, I've never tried. I guess really one of the only ways to try 3 would be the DS one version of it, right? I'm sure there's fan translations too. See, 4, 5, I've seen plenty of because I remember my one friend restarted his game like 3 separate times and still like could never beat Shinryu and could never beat X Death at the end. 6 is one of the best ones. I practically 100%ed 6, which if you've played 6, well, if you know Final Fantasy, getting close or actually 100%ing them is very time consuming. Um 7, like I said, didn't really get past the starting area. 8, 8 and 9 are probably the ones that I know the least of. I would lump 10 in with that too, but I know a bit more of 10 from videos from like Abisoft and things like that. 11 I did play for a little bit. MMOs are really not my thing. It's just the same thing I said with RPGs on steroids. Is like you really need to invest time and a lot of time. I know one of my friends was trying to work for like the best monk weapons and they have like 5 separate upgrades and like they don't start getting really good until like the second to last upgrade. I think he said the second to last upgrade took him a straight month of playing to get all the resources to upgrade. Is just like I don't have that kind of time anymore, man. I'm sitting here doing ocarina challenges and Pokemon challenges that take 47 runs and stuff, but you got to choose your battles, right? And I don't think my battles are going to be in Final Fantasy 11. Wish they would have kept 6's Kappa transformation. It was neat. Yeah, and that brings up a very good point. One of my favorite Final Fantasy games ever is not a Final Fantasy game. It's Final Fantasy Adventure, which ended up being the first game in the Secret of Mana series. So that is an amazing Game Boy game. If you've never played it, it's very similar. It plays very similar to like how Link's Awakening would. That like top down. Yes, some guy, you know exactly where I'm going with this. It had an ailment where like, if you get touched or hit by certain enemies, you could get poison and dark, which is kind of like blind, but it's kind of like Six is blind. It doesn't really do much anything. But then there's the Moogle ailment. The Moogle ailment turns you into a Moogle, of course. You can't attack. Your armor is removed. Your defense goes down to 0. Touching anything is almost an immediate death. And that's one of those games where you die, like, you're back to your last save. There's no holding your hand. That's the one thing that I really don't like about games nowadays is there's no consequence for dying. Like even back Final Fantasy 12 had the same thing. You died, you were back to your last save. Like, oh, I'm sorry, you were in the middle of grinding for 20 hours and you missed one thing and now you're dead and you lost all 20 hours of progress. Well, probably should have saved. It's not like, nowadays you basically start in the same exact room or map that you died in, basically right where you are. And like, I get that I can understand it, but I also think there's definitely an argument to be made that there needs to be consequence when you die. Like you need to lose progress to have that impact. But anyway, I've been rambling, but thanks again for stopping by, everybody. Some guy, Fish, Kitty, you were in earlier. And let's see, Big Munch. Yeah. Thanks again, everybody, and I'll catch you sometime soon.